Thank you for staying with us on the newsroom. These are the headlines we are tracking at this time. President Bola Tinubu has rejected overtures by the head of the military junta in Niger Republic, General Abdurrahmani Chiani, to have direct access and discussions with him. This comes amid renewed efforts to resolve the crisis in the West African country. According to diplomatic sources, consenting to such direct one-on-one talks is both an assault on democratic governance and in the region and disrespect to the still detained Nigerian President Mohamed Bazoum. A group of 107 non-serving All Progressives Congress senators have called on Nigerians to be cautious and allow legal process to run its course in controversy surrounding the authenticity of President Bola Tinubu's certificates obtained from the Chicago State University (CSU). The APC statesman urged citizens to refrain from making hasty judgments and spread negative comments on social media, which can be detrimental to the functioning of government and the unity of the nation. The Kaduna State Police Command has confirmed that its operatives have rescued 5 kidnapped victims and arrested a suspected kidnapper after an operation where bandits killed 4 and injured others. According to reports, the Divisional Police Officer Dan Magaji Division and the Area Commander Zaria Area Command responded to a distress call and mobilized personnel immediately to the location where 6 persons were found critically injured. They were immediately evacuated to the Muslim Clinic Hospital Zaria, where the doctors on duty confirmed 4 of the victims dead, while the remaining victims were immediately admitted in the said hospital. In business, the federal government, through the Association of Power Generation Companies, has grown the power capacity of the national grid from 13,000 megawatts recorded a few years ago to about 14,000 megawatts. The APGC's Executive Secretary, Joy Ogaji, while speaking with newsmen on the sideline of the Association of Energy Correspondents of Nigeria's 2023 Annual International Strategic Conference last week Thursday, explained that the increase was made possible with the addition of a $1.3 billion Niger-based 700 megawatts Zungeru hydroelectric plant, which came on stream in the second quarter of the year. Despite mounting efforts to limit climate change, the OPEC oil cartel says it expects demand for crude to continue to grow for the next 2 decades. In its 2023 annual report, the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries forecasts demand for crude to reach 116 million barrels per day by 2045. Under its main scenario, a 16.5% increase from the 99.4 million barrels per day in 2022. In order to meet this demand, OPEC says additional investment in fossil fuel production will be needed, putting the figure at $14 trillion by 2045, or roughly $610 billion per year. The UN Humanitarian Agency, OCHA, says over 123,538 people have been internally displaced in Gaza, mostly due to fear, protection concerns, and more than 73,000 are sheltering in schools, some of which have been designated emergency shelters. Israel has launched hundreds of strikes on Gaza since Saturday, when Hamas militants launched deadly attacks in Israel and fired thousands of rockets at the country. And in sports, Barcelona came back from 2 goals down to share a thrilling 2-2 draw with Granada, but lost ground in the La Liga title race on Sunday. Bayern Zaragoza sent the hosts 2 goals ahead, but Lamine Yamal and Sergi Roberto's goals preserved the champions' record as the only unbeaten team in La Liga. Zaragoza struck twice in the first half, breaking the deadlock after only 17 seconds, the fastest goal Barcelona have conceded in the 21st century. Well, that's all on the newsroom at this time. Join us again for more stories. Stay with us.